Hello guys, welcome back to ToK Today. Today's video is designed to save ToK teachers time, toil and possible trauma. It's focused for teachers who are new to teaching the ToK essay. It's in the "If Only I'd Known This" category. Before we get into it, YouTube tells me that only 5% of my viewers are subscribed. If you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you'll get a notification every time I post a new video, and it really helps me out. Now, I assume that everyone watching this is experienced an assessment in their main subject, so I'm not going to go over the basics, I'm only looking at ToK specific things. Okay, let's get into those 5 tips. Number 1, keep a copy of both the marked and unmarked draft. I know this sounds stupid, but a copy of the unmarked draft can come in useful if the student does not submit a final essay, and you have to send off the draft. A copy of the marked draft is useful in case the student loses your marked draft. It does happen, honestly. And the easiest thing to do is to mark the essay in a cloud-based platform such as Google Docs. But if you're making hard copies by hand, take a photocopy before handing them back. It could save you a lot of time later on. Number 2, check that the prescribed title is written at the top of the essay and that the prescribed title is exactly as published by IB. Now, this is a lot more important than it sounds. If the student has written the prescribed title at the beginning, they're much more likely to have directly answered that prescribed title. You'll find that as you mark the essay, you're constantly referring students back to the wording of the prescribed title. This is all made a lot easier if the prescribed title is there at the beginning of the essay. Number 3, have a Proforma checklist that you have shared with the students beforehand and probably used in peer review before submission. This is going to clear up a lot of the problems before you get to marking the essay. It will also save you a lot of time not having to repeat the same points over and over again. Now, don't rush writing the written feedback, nor explaining it verbally face to face. Time invested in these processes now will save you time and stress later on. I've included the checklist Proforma that I use with students in the link in the video description. I also include a PowerPoint presentation that I use with students just before I give the marked drafts back, and that's all free to you on ToK Today. Number 4, format and style matter. Format is easy. Standard font, Arial or Times New Roman, double-spaced. The double spacing is important, as is the style of the essay. The essay is best written in a formal academic style, not overly formal, but certainly not informal, colloquial, nor familiar. The students certainly can refer to themselves in the first person and include their personal reflections, but this should all be done in an academic style. Number 5, feedback as the second or third interaction. Using the handback of written feedback as the second or third recorded interaction with the student is both useful and good educational practice. You've spent a lot of time writing the feedback, so it's worth using a little more time holding individual feedback meetings with the students, checking that they have read the feedback, understand the feedback, and have plans to act on the feedback. After this feedback meeting, I ask students to record the meeting as their second or third interaction with me. And that's it. 5 tips for marking the ToK Essay Draft. I wanted to make this video as written feedback on the draft is a crucial moment in the ToK essay writing process, which can have great influence on the grades that the students get in the essay. Well, that's how I do it. If you have any tips or things that you do differently, please let me know either in the comments section or email me at daniel@toktoday.com. Please remember to hit like and subscribe, which will help the channel to survive and thrive. Have a wonderful time marking the ToK essay drafts. Stay ToKtastic. Bye.